Hi and welcome to today's video where I will be talking about the roles and responsibilities of the development team within the Agile framework. As well as that, I'll be covering some key characteristics of what they do and their responsibilities and what they contribute. And then I will be going on to some areas where obviously collaboration elements that the development team take part in. So without delay, let me go into a bit of detail on what the development team is. So what is the development team? So as part of the Agile framework, there are three roles, a Scrum Master, Product Owner, and the development team. And as part of that, the development team, as defined within the Agile framework, the development team plays a crucial role in delivering the high quality software increments. The development team is a self-organizing and cross-functional group responsible for executing the work needed to deliver a project objective. Now, that's the definition out of the way. Basically, their role is to make sure anything that's part of the sprint plan, they are contributing or delivering and taking those stories into let's say, development, shall we say, and making sure that they are progressing it through within the sprint, within the sprint, and making sure that everything's all good and any risks, etc., are raised with the Scrum Master or Product Owner, depending on the issue. Now, some of the key characteristics of the development team are, firstly, they are individuals from a cross-functional expertise. Now, they are from different areas which have different skill sets, which bring in diversity to the role, which each individual will bring their skill to develop or deliver that product that is been defined by the product owner or their stakeholders and is managed through by the Scrum Master. And again, the diversity is key here with a cross-functional team. The more diverse, the better, and the better skill set. The other characteristics really are self-organizing. Their development team are have a degree of autonomy in organizing their work and making decisions. They pretty much get on with it. Here's the stories. Get on. Pick one that needs to be done. This is the sprint plan. Do what you do. If you get things done early, pick another story and move forward. And because of that autonomy, you've got a team that is self-organizing, which is fostering creativity, ownership, and accountability, which is really, really key. And then you've got another characteristics, which is collaboration and communication. Now here, they are collaborating across the board with their internal teams and the cross-functional teams, as well as the product owner, to make sure that everything's aligned, and also with the Scrum Master to make sure that things are progressing and progress reports or any issues are being addressed. So what their roles and responsibilities and contribution for the development team are basically part of sprint planning, and I'll probably keep a slide up on this one, and they input into the sprint planning and the backlog to make sure that they are you making sure what can be delivered within that sprint plan, are looking at the backlog refinement, what can come in next, etc., and working with the team and feeding that information to the product owner, which then was aligned with the stakeholder, and the Scrum Master then can put that into the sprint planning area. And it's really breaking down those stories into manageable chunks as well, so the development team will feed into that. And then the backlog, they contribute to refining that and making sure they provide the insight and clarity on the technical aspects. And I always say technical aspects is really key. Also, they are really responsible for the increment delivery of those stories or making sure that they get done within the agreed sprint, and also making sure that they are focusing on quality testing and meeting the definition of done, which is a big one. And again, they are constantly collaborating to make sure that their stories and features are aligned with the product owner and the Scrum Master. Again, and continuous improvement, which is the final one, is really key, where they are continuously looking to make things better, learn from their mistakes. What did we do well? What did we do bad? Etc. And moving that forward. Finally is collaboration with product owner and the Scrum Master. And I've been saying that throughout the whole video is, the development team are continuously working with the product owner and the Scrum Master to make sure they are keeping that communication loop open, explaining what stories have been done, what needs to be done, and what is left to be done, and any issues are managed with the product owner or Scrum Master to make sure that they are progressing forward. So in summary, as I said earlier, the development team are one of 3 roles within the Agile methodology, and which is quite, I would say, without them is pretty impossible to deliver anything. And they are really a cross-functional team with many skills that bring their skill set to make sure that our product can be delivered. Self-organizing, they're constantly collaborating and communicating with the product owner and Scrum Master, making sure that they are aligned and making sure that stakeholder requirements are met. And they do feed into the sprint planning and the backlog to make sure that what is actually put into the sprint planning is doable and achievable. And if there's more effort or extra required, then they adjust the plan accordingly. And finally, you've got that continuous improvement to look at things doing better or worse. How are we doing better? Are we doing things good? Let's repeat that. Are we doing things bad? Let's change the way we do stuff. And that continuous collaboration between the product owner and the Scrum Master is key. I hope that was helpful, and thank you for listening.